everyone. Welcome to the BS Fandom Fun Times podcast. I am Belle the Bee.
And I'm Sophia, also known as Rwby Rose.
The S.
The S, yeah. Today we are going to be talking about Rwby's hopes and thoughts. So just as you know, we will be spoiling things for anyone not caught up. So there you go. There's your spoiler alert. That should be a given for every episode pretty much here forward. Also, Rwby premieres tonight! So we will be vlogging later today or possibly, and it will be posted by tomorrow. That's right.
Hopefully.
I know how to English.
Hopefully by tomorrow. All right.
Sips coffee.
Sips coffee. Because I am the one that edits everything, so.
That is true.
All right, so let's discuss some things about Rwby. Okay, can I just ask audience out there, how many of y'all are so excited for 6? Like,
I'm going to be coming with a warning label today. I'm just not taking it out on the microphone. Just because.
You're attempting to.
I'm attempting to hold it back. You can clearly tell.
Yes, it's very, very obvious. We honestly are going all out and so exciting.
And hopefully on the vlog, we'll be able to get a feature of my crescent rose. I don't know if it's going to make an appearance or not. We'll have to see.
We're going to try to do some fun stuff during the vlog, so keep an eye out for when that comes out. All right, well, let's get started talking and discussing. Let's start with the fun part.
I should not have had so much caffeine. What am I kidding? I had a 10-ounce cup of coffee, and I'm already like...
You're like, I shouldn't have had so much coffee. Every other podcast, you're like, I need more coffee. And this one, you're like, I shouldn't have had so much. And I'm like, oh, my God. Stop drinking caffeine, and you'll be better, I swear. Okay, let's start.
You know how hard it is to come off a caffeine addiction? It's pretty hard. Anyways.
Let's discuss our villains. Because we've got a couple of theories and ideas about some of these things. Take one we'll start with Salem.
Dun, dun, dun.
Seriously, though, what is her deal? I still don't understand what she wants. Like, I get she wants, like, ultimate power, but over what? The Grimm? Like...
She's already the creator of the Grimm. What does that have to...
As far as we know, anyway.
We saw her lair. We saw the Grimm come out.
I know, but it's kind of weird because, like, I don't know if she's creating them so much as she's controlling them.
That's true.
Because
Crow did say that the Grimm have a leader. Name is Salem, but he didn't go so much into the Grimm have a creator.
Ooh. Do you think Salem's Grimm? Her coloring,
from the way she looks, I wouldn't be
her
too
coloring
surprised.
Makes sense if you think about it that way. But you actually had a theory that was really good, and you keep forgetting about it.
No, I remembered it now. Once
okay.
You helped me bring it back. So
okay, go ahead.
My theory.
You might get it wrong, but I'll help you.
Probably. It's been a while since I've talked about it. So it was like that one random
thought, and then you forgot about it.
One random light bulb moment, and then like the day after, you're like, what? I had a light bulb moment?
All right, so go ahead, try to explain it.
So I came up with a theory I'm going to say a long time ago, about how Ozpin is the brother of creation.
Right.
Because as we know, he gave the maidens their power.
Right, and we know that he's that there were two brothers, brother that did destruction and the brother that did creation.
So, my theory is that if Ozpin's the brother of creation, then he had the brother of destruction. I think Salem took him out.
Yeah.
So viewers, let me know what you think about that.
So,
if my theory is flawed in any way.
Here's why, is because we know for a fact, at least I'm pretty sure they've said it by now, that Ozpin is the god of the creation, and that was him so many years ago. He had a brother, but we never hear or see anything about him having a brother. We just know Salem exists. So, and the fact that she's creating the Grimm, or at least controlling the destructive power of the Grimm, and we don't see a brother or anything, it would make sense that Salem would have killed Ozpin's brother and taken his power. And it makes you wonder, is that power the same kind of thing as the maiden powers? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, wouldn't it be interesting if Salem had started out as just a Grimm and killed Ozpin's brother and
became human.
Because the powers transferred to her, and so she became the leader of all the Grimm. Now, the reason I can say this is because, some people might argue something about, well, the maiden powers only transfer to a young maiden. Well,
this is the power of creation and destruction we're talking here. I think the rules are different there.
Yes, because I think that possibly Ozpin was looking for somebody to give some of his power to, or something like along that lines. Because I will say Ozpin is very, very tricky. We don't know exactly what Ozpin is planning or what the deal is with him.
All we know is he reincarnates.
Yeah, the only thing we really know about him is that he reincarnates, and he was hiding the relics for some reason. He says it's for keeping it away from Salem, but we don't actually know that for a fact. We just assume that it's correct because he's a trusted character in the series. So
we also know he's made more mistakes than any man, woman, or child.
Yeah, that's another thought. What exactly has he done?
Is Ozpin evil or not? ... Next time.
I honestly want to say he's not evil, but he is definitely manipulative.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So, there's that theory for you. Now we go on to the more touchy subject of Cinder. Is she dead or not?
The poster kind of disappointed me, because there was a poster, official Rwby Volume 6 poster that was released, and you see an outline of Cinder. It took me a while to realize it was Cinder, because the pixie cut from behind looks almost like either Ozpin or Oscar, but you already see them on the poster, so that gets eliminated. That it might be either one of them. But if you look at the arms, you notice that one of the arms is part Grimm. So
the leg is very feminine.
I didn't notice that, but
no. And here's the thing: is that I didn't notice it either, but I used it as my screen. And actually, you can see the poster right here. It's our cover for this podcast. If you look right by the Grimm, underneath the Grimm, in the top. What is that, right corner?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like much, but it's definitely her because of, again, the arm and the leg and everything and the haircut. And even her costume is slightly reminiscent of one of her earlier costumes, where it's just kind of draped and it's long and flowy. So before any of that happened, though, I was very much on board for the fact that she was alive, and you were very much not. Tell me about that.
So, as we had the maiden fight. Yeah, that. We see that Raven strikes Cinder with ice, and then she falls off of the ridge. I was hoping that she would hit the ground, the ice would shatter, the frozen Cinder, a shattered Cinder. That to me seems like that would kill her. You froze someone and you broke the block of ice that they became. I would say that would go under terms of
the reason, though, that I don't believe she's dead yet anyway, we haven't seen her killed yet, is because, one, there was no transfer of powers. And it would have gone to Raven, and Raven would be ultimatum, right now. Raven would be on the chopping block for Salem, because she would have been now spring and fall. What?
Well, see, here's another theory that I might have.
Uh-oh.
So, how does let's refresh the minds of our viewers, how does the maiden powers get transferred?
It's the last person that you think about before you die.
And they said, and what did Crow say? Do you remember what Crow said about that?
It's more than likely the last person you think about is going to be the person that killed you.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for the last person in their thoughts to be their assassin.
Yeah.
That being said, not uncommon. What if Cinder had Salem in her last thoughts? Just crazy idea.
I wonder
crazy idea.
Ooh, I wonder.
What if Cinder, protection to make sure that Salem gets the power, she doesn't think about Raven, but Salem instead.
You don't always choose who you think about before you die. Sometimes it's
maybe,
especially if she's frozen. But I wonder if Salem's using Cinder to get all the powers in one person to kill that person and get all the powers just in one swoop to make things easier.
That could be the case.
Ooh, that would be interesting. And require her to be alive. Just saying.
A double maiden power, though.
Can you imagine quadruple?
Think about it. Oh, jeez.
Salem would be practically unstoppable. I don't care what silver eyes Rwby has. Although I still don't really... Shut up. Although I still don't understand exactly what the silver eyes do.
All I know is that
something to do with fire.
All I know from my experience is that there was a big explosion, and then my head hurting, and then I woke up at home.
Yeah, you're no
That's
help,
all
Rwby.
I remember. I know.
You're no help.
Because I don't fully understand it yet. All I know is that when I get really, really upset, I send off a big flash of light and I destroy a lot of stuff. So.
That's another thing, Ozpin. Care to explain the silver eyes thing already? Come on.
Oracle Crow, come on! You've already told us about the maidens.
I wonder if he actually knows, though, or understands anyway. I wonder how much Crow is hiding and why Crow is hiding so much. Like, how much does he know Ozpin? Like, because he fully trusts him, which is another reason why we trust Ozpin is because we love Crow. And Crow fully trusts Ozpin, but, like, how much manipulation is going on right now, you know?
Next time on BS.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so let's skip over to Emerald now because of the trailer. I just kind of want to touch on the trailer a little bit. And we'll touch on the trailer in a little while again, but for now let's focus on Emerald in the trailer. If y'all have not seen the Rwby Volume 6, excuse me.
You're living under a rock. Why haven't you seen it already?
Shush, don't be mean. Some people didn't know. But go watch it because it's really good. It's worth it.
My jaw just dropped.
Like, I literally sat...
Rwby fans should already know about this.
I just poked my eye because my eye was itchy, but I didn't close my eye before I poked it. Ow! I don't remember.
That's a very Weiss-Schnee of you.
Sorry.
That's more what I would do.
It's more of a Nora thing anyway.
It's more of a Nora or Rwby thing.
Anyway, so Emerald, is she in trouble? That is the question. Because when I was watching it for the 5th time, I noticed something about Emerald. She was, of course, upset. And we know she's going to be upset for at least the first bit of the season because of Cinder and the thought of her being dead because she didn't come out from the thing, the vault. So, honestly, and that's a whole nother thing with Emerald, is that Emerald's not there for Salem.
She's there for Cinder.
She's there for Cinder.
Owes everything to Cinder.
Yes. And I really, because of that, I really like the whole idea of Cinder being like a mother-like figure to Emerald. Or even a big sister-like figure to Emerald. Because as far as we know, and as far as the song I'm the One tells us, Emerald was an orphan. And she didn't have that. Which we kind of discussed in one of our past podcasts. I think it was the last one. So, the whole thing, the whole trailer has Salem talking to somebody and narrating and saying basically that you can't put your own wants before hers or you're going to fail. It's not a threat, it's just the truth, is what she basically says. And we get a scene where Emerald is very, I want to say she's a mix of devastated and scared at the same time. And Salem is sitting there right next to her, looking like she's talking to her, but she's not moving her mouth or anything. It's like she had been talking to her or something like that. And it's one of the quiet scenes. And so I wonder if, because Emerald knows so much about Salem and where she's hiding and all this jazz, if that's going to be a really big issue for Emerald. I know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it will be.
Yeah, I know some people want Emerald to have like a redemption arc kind of a thing, but like I feel like it's going to be more of a she's going to live or she's going to die thing. I would not be surprised if they kill Emerald during this season, unless Cinder comes back in time to save her or something, because Salem, I think, knows that Emerald's there for Cinder and not her.
Yeah.
I don't think Salem is stupid.
Emerald didn't want to get tied up in all that. She's just there for Cinder. Yeah, like you said, she's just there for Cinder. She didn't sign up for any of this.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be curious to see what happens to her. And honestly, she's still my favorite villain, so I really don't want her to die, and I will be sad if she dies. But I also wouldn't be too surprised. Mercury is just crazy, but whatever.
Mercury dies. I don't think anyone's going to feel that much remorse.
Nobody's going to care. I'm sorry if you actually do like Mercury. I don't understand why you do. Because he's just kind of there. I don't know. He doesn't have much going for him, in my opinion, when it comes to character-wise and stuff. Because the most we've got out of him is his backstory, and even that was kind of like, I don't know.
Son of an assassin.
I mean,
and then he became
and then he killed his assassin father, and now he's an assassin. And I don't know. I don't feel for him as much as I do for Emerald.
Yeah.
And I don't know why exactly, but other than the fact that Emerald's got like a real practical reason of being there and nobody else really seems to. But
I think we've seen Emerald show some remorse. It's like a little bit for what's happened.
I don't know about that necessarily.
Well, like at the fall of Beacon.
Oh,
it's just
true.
like it's all so sad. And then Mercury's just like, meh.
Yeah, that's true.
So we start to notice that Emerald does have
feelings.
a little bit of feeling, whereas Mercury is just, no.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. He's completely emotionally dead inside.
Yeah. Which is not surprising coming from his upbringing.
Yeah.
So let's now move on to Adam and his character short, actually. If y'all haven't seen the character short, go watch it. It's really cool. And
you should have already.
Stop. Not everybody knows, okay?
Rwby, people who call themselves devout Rwby fans, if you have not seen the Adam short or the Volume 6 trailer, you cannot call yourself devout Rwby fans.
I mean, true, but you can still call yourself a Rwby fan.
That's true.
Anyway, we won't judge. But, well, I won't anyway.
Maybe a little.
You're terrible.
I mean, I'm a nicer person, but just a little bit.
You're terrible. Okay, so, that being said, let's talk about Adam.
Can we see his face already?
So, funny story. Carrie Shawcross, one of the co-writers of the series, realized after making the short that we haven't seen Adam's face yet, and he didn't actually realize that. Like, how can you not realize that? Like, honestly, come on, Carrie.
You said that to me, and I'm like, wait, you're kidding, right? It's like, no? No, they haven't.
Stuff keeps popping up on my computer. Go away. Okay. My computer connected to the internet, and so I was like trying to get rid of it, but also trying to connect because it won't pop up again because my internet's stupid. Sorry about the clicking and stuff if you heard that. If you didn't, then just ignore me. I didn't do anything. Anyway, so Adam. Yeah, okay, so here's the deal with Adam. I didn't like him at first, and I still don't like him, but he's a better, I want to say he's a better villain than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
Because he's got more in his backstory than I've realized he had. But also, he's very bloodthirsty, I've noticed, all throughout his life. He actually, I wonder if he was actually the first person to create the idea of the masks. Because he's the first one that we see with him. Oh my gosh. Okay. He's the first one that we see with him. And, yeah, I mean...
I went back through
I watched
the
it last
entire
night.
show again because I wanted to, and I had free time, and that's exactly what you do with free time. You rewatch everything. I was looking for ears, specific animal ears, to help us identify what animal, if he is an animal. So I know we came up with the theory that
he might not be one.
Yeah, because I've never seen anything that makes him distinctive like an animal. Because I know with Ilya...
only weird thing about him is that he has red hair. And in this series, that's not that weird.
No.
So...
I mean... You got me.
Yeah, but you could have dyed yours. You probably didn't, but you could have.
I got some red highlights
If she loses her red hair during this volume, then we'll know that she dyed it. But if she doesn't, then it's probably natural because I don't think it lasts this long.
No, I'm pretty sure I have red highlights. I am Rwby. I have red highlights. I've looked over a lot of pictures.
Anyway, you were saying.
Okay, so I noticed something in his hair that might look like some sort of ear. But like a little tiny thing that's not distinctive enough to be able to tell what kind of animal it is. So as you know, with Ilya, she had the mask, and her mask had horns on it, because as a chameleon, you can't tell if she's a faunus or not. So I think she wanted to make herself more distinctive.
Maybe.
So yeah, I'm looking around at...
I mean, she could just change her color.
Yeah, that's true. But
she really wanted.
Yeah, but it has to tie in with her emotions. So she'd have to start being emotional
True.
Start changing color.
I didn't even think about that, yeah.
Yeah, so she wears the horns. It's like, yeah, I'm a faunus too. It's like, it's not as a parent, but I still am a faunus. And then, yeah, we came up with the theory that what if Adam was abandoned by his human parents, taken up by faunus parents instead.
Which would explain...
Yeah, why he wants to kill humans so bad.
And now the faunus have kind of turned on him at the end of 5.
So, yeah, that's going to be interesting.
So now he just doesn't care about anybody.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Because in the trailer, we see that he slaughtered a bunch of his previous followers, and he's standing at now a broken throne. Now, what that's going to mean, I don't know. But, is he still going to have a posse? I kind of doubt it. I feel like he's now just kind of a freelancer. Now, he's just kind of there. Red versus blue joke. It's okay.
He's got the red hair.
Just stop. If you find somebody with blue hair, I'm done.
Neptune?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. You know what, baby? A 10-ounce coffee is exactly what I needed. I'm becoming very awake now.
Adam and Neptune now work together.
Oh, my God.
Sun is their next victim.
No, leave Sun out of this.
Speaking of leaving Sun out of this.
Scarlet. Because Scarlet's got red hair.
True. I don't know. But,
Scarlet versus Neptune.
Oh, God. No, speaking of leaving Sun out of things, where is he? So we see in the trailer, I know this isn't even on the list, but, we see in the trailer, Team Juniper, and, Junior, and Team Junior now, and, Team Rwby, not necessarily completely together, but we do see them together at some point. We do see them.
Together.
Not together, but, secretly, yes.
We'll get it eventually, I hope.
We better.
Rooster Teeth, if you hear these, please give us an Oran Ren.
They're going to listen to this. Anyway.
Hey, you never know.
You never know. Oh, I know you never try. There's just one little thing that stops me every time. Props to anybody who can guess that song. Okay, or has lasted this long through the podcast. Congratulations.
Congratulations to everyone who's listened so far to every single episode.
You've almost gotten to 30 minutes, guys. You're almost there. Anyway, so...
How do you find this interesting? I'm glad you find this interesting enough just hearing us talk. That's basically what they do. They listen to our conversation.
Honestly, this is why we started podcasts, is because we have these conversations all the time. Conversations all the time.
Wait, what was the word that you said yesterday?
Oh, I don't even know. Oh, crap. What was it? Oh, man, I don't remember. Oh, man, that was a messed up word. I did not get that out right. I had to take a walk.
I remember you walked down the hall and then walked all the way back.
I walked around the store. I was like, I'm done. Okay, so
if I remember it, I'll blur it
back to what I was talking about. We don't see Sun in like 90% and 100% of this trailer. Like, we just don't see him. So yeah,
I could have sworn that I saw him where he's like, "What do we do?"
No, nope. Sun's not in this trailer.
I need to rewatch.
And neither is freaking Neptune. Where's Neptune? I'm waiting for Neptune.
Sun? Where's just Team Sun in general?
Like, honestly though, I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know. But, I like, with Sun, though, I'm not surprised he kind of went off on his own. I mean, we never saw Team Sun to begin with, and honestly,
except at the...
Until we saw them fight together, we never saw them. Like...
I hope I don't get sand in my shoes.
Be cool, man, be cool.
Man, be cool.
Gavin. Yay, Gavin got a part.
Gavin got a part.
Yay. I love hearing the Achievement Hunter office in the shows. Makes me happy. I like Achievement Hunter.
I love how we went from Emerald to Team Sun.
Well, it was because you said something, because you said that we didn't go from Emerald, we went from freaking Atom, because you were like red versus blue, and then you were like Neptune, and I was like, where's Sun's out of the picture? And then I was like, speaking of Sun being out of the picture. So it makes sense in the timeline. Stop making me think it doesn't. Also, can we please have Neo back?
Please! For the love of all things Rwby!
Stop peeking the mic!
I told you I was going to have a lot of energy. I gave you my
warning. So get up and pace like I did during the Miraculous episode.
Okay, I'm paced. Please, for the love of all gods and Remnant, give us Neo back.
Okay, so yeah, we know she's not dead, because she can't be dead.
She can't be. No.
No. No.
My voice, oh my gosh. She can't be.
She can't be. That just makes me sound like Nora. Well, that does. I just go into my Nora voice. It's fine.
You're such a great fighter to just be taken out by a swarm of Nevermores.
Like, honestly, though, we never actually saw her die. Like,
we just saw her flutter off into the wind after I opened her umbrella.
With the way the series is going and goes, except for the occasional where it's very obvious, like when the bookkeeper is killed, and they say that he was killed, unless the death is seen on screen from a main character for a main character, I will not believe they're actually dead.
And that they said so, because we didn't see Ozpin die, but all we know is that we saw Salem ask Cinder, did you kill Ozpin?
And she said yes, but we didn't know that Ozpin comes back to life. But he did die.
Yes.
He did die.
He's reincarnated, but he did die.
So I think Salem was maybe partially mad that she killed Ozpin. I don't know. I'm trying to... Because it wouldn't make sense for her to want Ozpin dead necessarily unless he has a certain amount of lives that he has or something. And she's trying to get rid of them all. I don't know. It's kind of...
She's trying to get rid of them all. Why would she be upset that someone else helped?
And who
that long
yeah, well, I was
to think about this.
I was thinking about the brother theory, like, because Ozpin, who was the one that cursed Ozpin to live eternally? Was it Salem? Because she's the only one I could think of that could have that power, possibly.
If it was mentioned or not.
I feel
how.
I feel like it might have been. Like, during their chat with Oscar/Ozpin for, like, the first time. Because he was trying to explain without actually explaining.
That could be possible. That could be possible.
Questions.
Next time on BS.
Oh my gosh, that's now become a thing. Dagnabbit.
I started it.
Okay, so then
proud.
let's discuss the maidens a little bit because
okay.
Hello.
I have a lot to say about this because I brought this up a lot.
All right,
so we've noticed the focus is on the equinox maidens. Therefore, fall and spring. For those of you who are not aware with that term, equinox is
which
the
would
fall and spring.
include me.
Yes, and me.
But you just explained it. How can you not understand it if you just explained it?
Well, I thought you meant like you were born. It's like fall birthdays. Fall birthdays are
Oh,
here.
yeah. No, I had nothing to do with when I was born.
Oh, okay.
Or that had nothing to do. Never
But yeah,
mind. You get the point.
Equinoxes consist of the fall and spring seasons. Mm-hmm. We have seen nothing on the solstice maidens, therefore summer and winter. And I'm not talking about your sister Weiss. I'm talking about the season.
But
can we see winter again, please?
I'm sure we will, because, well, then again, I don't know. I will say...
Please bring winter back.
In winter.
Do you remember what the powers were for the summer and winter? It's like what relics they guard?
No, I don't remember.
All I know is remember is power of relic of knowledge.
Memory is the key.
Yeah, memory is the key for us to be able to finish this podcast and explain our theories correctly.
But here's my question is if we're going to see any more maidens yet, or if they're going to wait on that until we've concluded with this part of it, because that's another question is how long are they wanting this show to go? Because where it's at right now, it could honestly go on for about as long as
Red versus Blue.
Yeah, honestly, like it could become the next what's it called, longest running web series, you know, like kind of a thing. The second longest. Because, let's face it, Red versus Blue is still going. On to season 17. Oh, boy. Anyway, but...
but that's for another episode.
Hashtag need more plot.
As you usually tell me.
Wrong podcast. Anyway, so that is the question, though, is how long is Rwby supposed to go for? Because if Rwby is only supposed to go for, like, say, 6 more seasons even, we're going to want to start wrapping up what's happening with the two maidens that we've got right now and moving on and start introducing already the next two very soon anyway. Because if they want to go ahead and end it sooner. Now, my thought is also, are they even thinking about how many seasons they're wanting? I have a feeling that when Monty wrote this, because to my knowledge, he wrote it... like the whole thing before he passed. I don't know if that's true, but I'm fairly certain it's at least partially true because as far as I know, he'd been planning this thing for a long time before he got permission to start making it. So...
Also, rest in peace, Monty.
Yes. But...
That was so sad.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, it really was.
I'm sorry. Like now I'm sober because I'm like also trying to think. And
now you're sober?
Somber.
I heard sober. How many of you heard sober?
I said that. I meant to say somber.
What do you take, Belle?
It tickles the drugs. You know, just some coffee. That's all. Ren said I couldn't have any more. That's all. But then again, when did I ever care what Ren said? I mean, honestly.
Okay. when you got the cup with the espresso shots, didn't you like have him tied up in a corner or something with like duct tape over his mouth? He's like,
maybe.
Let's go! No! I brought out my Yang doll to watch that episode with me so she could see it. Because a friend of mine gave, like you know when they're in, like, the stock room of, like, the Rooster Teeth studio. Yeah,
Talking about a chibi, if you don't know.
Yeah. Please watch the chibis if you haven't.
They're so
watched.
cute.
They're the best.
And Vera and Penny are in them, so it's worth it.
It's totally worth it. And Neo is there.
And
Torchwick.
And Torchwick.
I'm glad Salem. Do you think they'll put Salem in the chibi?
Ooh.
Next time.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. I feel like Salem would ruin everything in the chibi.
I think she's too serious for the chibi. Like, honestly, she's too serious of a character to have her in the chibi yet.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everybody else has, like, some kind of joking manner that they can exist in.
Crow. I'm thinking about the chibi where Crow ends up malfunctioning with his bird thing, so he has, like, a bird head on the human body, and then his head on a bird body. Oh, my gosh, that cracked me up. I'm cracking up just thinking about it right now.
Bad luck charm. Oh my gosh. I can't even, like, honestly. Okay, so let's ask the question of how do we think season 6 is going to start? I
don't even know.
So before the trailer started, I was going to ask a question of, are we going to see the journey or are we just going to be there? Now, we know we're going to have the journey over to, where are they going, Minstrel? Were they in Minstrel? I've lost track.
Are
they going to
Beacon
Haven?
in Minstrel? I'm totally probably
Crap.
messing this up. Hold on. We need to
Beacon,
we need to fact
Haven,
check this.
Minstrel, and then somewhere
they're,
else.
They're in Haven.
They're in Haven. Okay, so they're
I
going.
want to say Atlas.
Atlas. Yes, that's it. That's what it is.
Yes, I got it right.
Okay, Atlas was the other one.
All right, but I'm gonna fact check on the kingdoms while you talk. So
I'm pretty sure we got it right. If we didn't, please kill me. So yeah, so we've got true. Kill me after the show.
But then you can't see how the rest of Volume 6 goes.
I will die not knowing.
That is
the worst way to go.
I love how we said that in the most perfect use. My face is like, but that's the worst way to die.
Anyway, so
okay, Kingdoms of Remnant. Anyways,
so what I'm yawning. So
Wake
what
up.
I'm wondering is this season going to be full on journey, or are we going to get there and have some action? And this is also going to kind of relate to what I was saying before about the amount of volumes that we're going to have and the amount of seasons we're going to have and stuff. Because if they want to limit the volumes, I kind of doubt they're really planned this far ahead, but I don't know. I think they've planned the storyline. I don't know if they've planned exactly what goes into what season.
Okay.
What?
Kingdoms of Remnant. There's 4. Vale, Vacuo, Atlas, Mistral.
Okay. Vale, Vacuo, Atlas, and Mistral.
So, Vale has Beacon.
Okay.
Vacuo, I don't remember what Vacuo has. But, Atlas, obviously Atlas Academy, and then I believe Mistral has Haven.
Okay.
Yes, Haven.
Okay.
Haven Academy, Kingdom of Mistral. So they're in, you were right. They are in Mistral, they're at Haven.
Okay, cool.
So we are next going to the Kingdom of Atlas.
So I wasn't wrong. Great. That makes me feel better, actually.
Now you can see how Volume 6 ends.
Yay! Hooray.
You sounded so disappointed. You're just
gonna
like
die. Like, I know this I feel okay.
Volume 6.
So with the way
don't turn that into another Volume 3.
Oh my
That's
God.
all I have to say.
I don't
Please
think
don't give us a repeat of Volume 3 or make it worse.
I'm yawning. Okay, I don't think it will. Actually, that's what I was gonna say. So Volume 1 was very much kind of just a joy and fun, and Volume 2 kind of pursued and suit. Yeah, starts really picking up some plot, and then Volume 3 kills
tragedies. just tragedies.
Volume 3 wants us dead, and some other people. And
all the emotions of the fans.
Oh, yeah.
They want to leave us like Mercury.
Volume 4 was a breather.
Recovery, still hard, but recovery.
Still hard, but a little easier to digest. Volume 5 was, I don't know what to call it.
It's getting climactic.
Volume 5 was
something.
I really want to call it, because, I don't know. Volume 4, like, we see the recovery of all of our characters, and especially Yang, but we see kind of what they're going through and stuff. And Volume 5.
Volume Thrive.
Volume Thrive.
So in Volume Thrive.
Volume 5, we see them kind of grouping together, taking action. So what are we going to see in Volume 6?
Please, no more tragedy.
Please, stop killing people.
It's not very nice.
I hate that when I was watching it, I realized at some point, for about maybe the 7th or 8th time I watched it. Just kidding. I noticed it way sooner than that. But we don't see Team Juniper with Team Rwby anymore after a point. And it's making me kind of nervous. I don't like that. I want them all to be together forever. And
they're all supposed to be friends.
What is happening?
You need to keep the friends together.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I need to know why. Like, as long as they're alive, though, it's pretty good. Like, I mean, I can handle it as long as they're all alive.
Yes.
But, like, I need Nora in my life. Come on, guys.
Also, can we see a more blatantly obvious semblance for John?
Please. Also, I want to see if Oscar's got one. Well, I mean, obviously,
I want to see Oscar's semblance, and I want to see a more obvious sign of what Jean's is.
Well, here's my question, too, is, like, I feel like Oscar is going to have his own, but is Ospen's something going to, like, whatever it is he has, like, going to do something with that? Also, what is the deal with Oscar during the trailer? Because now we're just kind of going over the trailer, but that's fine because I was
Well, here we go.
What is the deal? Because Oscar in the trailer is, like, hurting. And there's one screenshot that I didn't take, but I stared at for a long time, where Oscar is reaching his hand out, which I'm assuming, I don't know if it's just asking for help or what the deal is. But Rwby looks scared and like she's about ready to run. Yang and Blake both look like they're about ready to pull weapons and fight. And Weiss is just kind of there. I mean, Weiss doesn't look like anything, honestly. She's just kind of staring at him. So, what is...
Queen.
Mm-hmm, can't help it. But what is the deal? Like, what is Oscar/Ospen about to be going through during this season? Because something's going to be happening, and I can't help but wonder what.
Something from Ospen's past?
Maybe, but like
considering the mistakes that he's made throughout his
I think it's something to do with Blake's book at the very beginning of volume 1. You remember the Man with Two Souls book she was reading?
Yeah.
I think we're going to start having a fight between the two over one soul.
Dude! I am shook!
I think that's what's going to happen.
Ooh.
Like, because it would...
My mind is being blown right now.
It would make sense.
It would, but I thought Oscar was like, okay, I'll... Maybe Oscar's realizing it's like, wait, no, never mind. I really don't want to do this. He's trying to back out, and Oscar's like, no, you can't.
I don't know if it's so much about that. I think maybe it's more severe than that. Like, think about Pyrrha in the first Fall Maiden. Or not the first one,
the amount of stress she went through.
Well, that and Ospen said she might lose herself completely. it's not necessarily a choice she has to make. And that's another thing, is that there's a lot of stuff about Ozpin, and if the things that he is real. I know, I'm sorry. We're running low on time.
I'm thinking about the quiz that I have to take and get to so I don't miss the questions, because as soon as like 9:29, he starts putting the quiz questions on the board, and then they disappear.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I can't re-access them after that.
Okay,
so.
well, I'll speed this up then.
We'll leave that on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, well, we can talk about it later too, because we will be vlogging a little bit.
Yes, we will.
So again, keep an eye out for that. We're also thinking about maybe doing a spoiler kind of podcast kind of thing for after the premiere. We're not really sure about it yet, but
because we don't know how many of you we're gonna piss off.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Not necessarily. It's just a matter of like time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it and we'll discuss it. Other than that, keep an eye out for the vlog we're gonna be doing this afternoon.
Also, if my Rwby voice annoys
tomorrow.
you, probably don't watch it then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be full blown Rwby in that.
Yeah, she's, as soon as this is over,
man. I got the red hair dye and everything.
We'll see about getting me some white hair dye so I can be wise. I've already got my hair up and
yeah. I mean, I've got my hair straight. All I have to do is just style it in the way that her picture
y'all,
is.
we are going all out for this. It's gonna be awesome.
Our fan cause is gonna be so cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you in the next
Signing
podcast. Well, we won't see you, but we'll hear you. Well, you'll hear us. Okay. Bye.
Bye.